Prime Minister, maybe I can ask the first question of Paul before he runs off.
Okay.
What do we know about organizing to build consensus, to build support for the concept of truth and reconciliation? Is this organization going on only in Europe and the United States, or is there some effort to do so in Rwanda itself?
This is a very exciting question. I sometimes like to speak louder. I don't know whether everybody hears what I'm saying. Initially, when I put up the Hotel Rwanda Rusesabagina Foundation, this was around February 2005, almost 7 years ago. My main objective was to help orphans, widows of the genocide. And I even started helping since I myself was a persona non grata in Rwanda. I was going through other organizations, NGOs, helping in Rwanda. And one of those was GFR, Global Family Rescue, which is based in Chicago. We gave them some money to go and pay school fees for children we never knew, we had never met. Our main objective was to help orphans and widows psychologically, so that each and everyone who needs help can get in from my foundation. But when the Rwandan government learned that this money was coming from my foundation, immediately GFR was given 24 hours to shut down and leave the country. Of course, many young people we had been helping, we learned that some of them were disappearing, others going to exile, and this became a problem. So I said to myself, listen a minute, am I developing this country? Am I helping my people? No. Now how do I help? Let me now help Rwandans to come around a table. Instead of solving our troubles by force, now let us give a chance to dialogue. I'm going to initiate a Truth and Reconciliation Commission. As it happened in South Africa, that was my dream. Then we initiated this in the United States, as Ambassador Flatten says, and he also has been a part of this project. So when we initiated this in the United States, in Chicago, that is when the Rwandan ambassador in 2007 treated the three of us, Ambassador Flatten, Ambassador Kruger. Ambassador Kruger was the U.S. ambassador to Burundi between 1994 and 1996. So he's also one of those people who are very much informed, aware of what was going on in Rwanda, and we were sitting together and we were treated as gun runners. The Rwandan ambassador went even as far as saying that he saw me with Ambassador Flatten, Ambassador Kruger in Cape Town, South Africa, and he even mentioned a date. This was supposed to be January 17th, 2007. He pretended to have seen us. And that time, Ambassador Kruger and Ambassador Flatten had never met. They never knew each other. Ambassador Flatten and myself, we knew each other because we have known each other for years. But myself, I had never met with Ambassador Kruger. So how, in the name of justice and truth, can a diplomat, not any diplomat but an ambassador, say that he saw other ambassadors trading, buying guns, and sending them to rebels in the Congo? So that became very exciting and encouraged me to take it to Europe In Europe, it was a very big, huge success. But in Rwanda, of course, the Rwandan government fears the truth. That is when you try to tell them the truth, they are very nervous. They don't want to face it. They don't want to sit down and talk. And even to you, as an audience, I sometimes wonder what you think. If you see someone who has got no right to speak out in his own country, but it travels from Canada, from Kigali, and comes to Minnesota, to Minneapolis or St. Paul to prevent Ambassador Flatten, Paul Rusesabagina, Theogene Rudasingwa, or even our friend Peter or the other ambassador to prevent us from speaking. He can speak in his own country, and he prevent other people from speaking wherever they are. And how do you take that? How do you judge it? So in Rwanda, so far, we are not yet in the country, but we are getting there because we have a lot of people who are in contact with us. Of course, we do not talk about this openly, but we have a lot of contacts within the country.